Hey church family, Mark here with our weekly update. I apologize for the sunglasses, but it's bright out here and I don't want to be squinting in front of you. Hey, we had an awesome Easter weekend. Thank you for participating. Thanks for sharing it with friends and loved ones. We had a couple thousand participants and views. The Good Friday experience was amazing. Praise God for a different but still powerful Easter weekend experience. The Deeper Midweek podcast is available today. It's going to come out, and I'm going to go deeper into that 1 Corinthians 15 teaching. Tyler and Austin are going to join me, so don't miss Deeper today. Life Group Online is going good. We're going to ask you to do a screenshot of your group. Next time you meet, do a screenshot, send it to us. We want to see who's meeting and what you all look like there. It's going to be a lot of fun to see those pictures coming in. Again, we have online worship this weekend. It'll be available at 5 p.m. Saturday. And again, a great opportunity in this different season to be worshiping there at home in the presence of the Lord with your family or friend or whoever it might be. Hey, I want to give you a thought, just a challenge that the Lord's been speaking to me about. Monday morning, I had what you could call like the post-Easter blues. It's kind of typical for pastors to feel that way the day after Easter because it's kind of a letdown. Well, I had it even though we're in such a different season, and it was a different kind of a low, sort of missing and longing for being together and actually, being more the church in person, and some other things that, just wanting to get past this, wishing that we were beyond this, and just kind of feeling sorry for myself a little bit. But here's the thing I want to share with you. The Lord is speaking to me, and I trust maybe this is true perhaps in your life as well. What He clearly told me and spoke to me about was the need to embrace Him in the midst of this, to actually grab hold of this. Don't look past it. Don't long for it being over. I mean, sure, we could hope that God will bring this to an end and to a sense of what we understand to be normalcy, but there's also this importance in my life and perhaps yours too, to get the most out of this that God has for us. And God reminded me of Genesis 28, where Jacob is on a journey, and he camps out, he goes to sleep, and he has this dream. And we call this dream Jacob's ladder, where he dreams about, the ladder to heaven. But here's the interesting thing I want to share with you about that experience. When he wakes up, he says something very inspiring and enlightening. He says, surely God's presence was in this place, but I wasn't aware of it. It's like God was here, but I didn't realize it was Him here. I didn't realize what He was up to. I didn't know that God was here with me. And so in a similar way, as I think about my life, as I think about yours, and what Jacob tells us, it's so relevant in this time of hardship and loss and inconvenience and pain that we at the same time realize that this is a gift for us. Like this time, this experience that we're going through is very much a gift for us, because God is not asleep. God is not, somehow missing what's going on. He's very much involved in all of this. And like Jacob, if we're not careful, we're just going to kind of be dazed as we go through it. We're going to be somewhat asleep and missing, like he says, that God's presence is here. I mean, guys, here's what the Lord spoke to me about. What if when we get to the other side of this, whatever it looks like, what if, I'll speak for myself, what if I'm not stronger in the Lord? What if I'm not a better person because of it? Like, what if I'm not closer to God? Like, what if I haven't changed for the better? Because I've got a lot of change that needs to take place. Like, what if that doesn't happen? This whole experience would have been like a waste. We're not even getting out of it what the Lord really wants to do in our lives. So again, this is hard, I know, and it affects us in different ways, but embraces it as a gift, as a way to be more still before the Lord, to be closer with Him, your family, to deal with things in our life. Maybe this is stirring up things, addictions. Maybe it's stirring up strife in the family. Maybe it's stirring up anxiety, fear, whatever it might be. Guys, that is a gift that you can take to the Lord and he can get his grace on you, and so that we can be refined through this. So we can go through it, and it's a fire that will help us be more like the Lord as we get at some point to the end of this, the other side of it, and become more and more what God has us to become. So that's it. I just want to share what the Lord's been speaking to me about. And again, if you have any needs, let us know. Lots of people want to serve you. Maybe it's yard work, maybe it's shopping for you, whatever. A prayer request, send in a prayer request for us or call the church office. Again, don't forget the worship and giving. So many of you giving to the Lord faithfully. Thank you so much as God's work continues to press on. We'll again gather this weekend in our worship services. Love you guys and hope you have a blessed and spirit-filled week.